I don't have many unhappy memories as a kid, like that are visceral. You know, like there's some things that you keep forever. Like that one time, that one person, you just want to punch in the face every time you think about him. I'm good.
My dad.
But like, you know, like there aren't like I've been bitten the lip by a dog when I was younger. You know, almost drowned twice. But like those kinds of things, oh yeah, no, that, you know, when the very off chance someone notices the scar on my lip, like, oh, what happened? I'm like, oh yeah, no, that has to come back in. But if like there's a book you mentioned, I remember it. I remember where I was. I'm stuck. It's PSTD. I'm just stuck. I'm taken back.
Ender's Game.
The Hatchet. I can't. It makes me shake. I think about it. It wasn't even for school. My uncle made me do it.
It wasn't for school.
No, my uncle made me do it.
See, The Hatchet, I had to read.
He felt I didn't have enough to do during my summer.
I had to read in school, The Hatchet.
Now,
Ender's Game, however, as much as I love the fantastical sci-fi, I hated that book.
You know
what else? What other book I hated until I read it again as an adult? The Wizard Who Lives in a Tree.
I don't remember that book.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even know that book. They didn't even know that was a book until I just said it. But yeah,
it sounds plausible.
I hated reading it as a child because I would always get to like the second chapter and I'm just like, why? Why am I reading this? This has nothing to do with anything.
I was always just taken back to my hate because I'm supposed to be playing right now. Like the sun is shining hard. I see it wearing down some stones over there. I need to get out there and get in there. But I'm supposed to be reading Their Eyes Are Watching God. Yeah, no, I didn't read that book.
Yeah, no.
This is the charade that I launched into at the beginning of the show. Once I got to high school, I read, let's see, they would assign 3 to 4 books. I would read a third of that. I would just combine them all and read a third. I would skim, glimpse.
I would play a game.
I would never spark note it though. I never did that.
I would play a game.
I would live for spark note.
I would play heads or tails.
I might read a little bit and then compare spark notes and like, okay, this links up. But I would never like just
trust me. Best shout out to Miss Yates. She was my English teacher in 9th grade. She didn't give us the plug that she already knew every synopsis that was on Spark Notes because my dumb ass would just jot it down word for word. Boom, I'm done. And I would wonder why I failed every time.
Oh, yeah.
God, it's like using Wikipedia.
It is. It's just like using Wikipedia. That's crazy. But no, I would play heads or tails.
On which book you read?
Well, here's the thing. Depending on how many books there were,
right?
I would play heads or tails. If it was 2, it would definitely be heads or tails. If it was 3, I'd roll the dice. Okay. Now, heads or tails, this is how it works. If it lands on heads, I have to read the book to my right, but only the middle.
Oh, all right.
Okay. And if it tails, I had to read the book to my left, but I would start in the beginning and jump straight to the end. So depending on which one it landed on, I would do the exact opposite for each book.
Huh.
And then when it came up in discussion, I never really got called on until later.
Right. All right. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages. When we come back, we're still talking about summer reading, the awfulness, and apparently the tips and tricks we use to get out of it. So you should watch out for your kids. This is with Radio on BeExposedRadio.com. We'll be right back.
Weird Radio.
I had got drunk one night. This is the night that I put my head through the window and everything. So
why would you do that?
Now, I was sitting on the floor.
All these stories always involve alcohol.
They do. I was sitting on the floor, and my drink of choice back then was vodka and orange juice. It's still my drink of choice, but I don't drink it as much. I was a 151
kid, straight up.
I love vodka, especially when it was...
that rubbing alcohol.
The hot,
What brand?
I love it. Back then, I was hooked on Absolute.
That was the best at the time.
And Pinnacle was like number 2 and stuff like that.
Because they didn't have what's the new one that came out? Yeah, what was the new one?
Ciroc, vodka, and
no, the other one. Who is real smooth? New Amsterdam.
Grey and
New Amsterdam came out, and it was so.
And Grey Goose. Grey Goose was out at the time too.
I didn't drink. I told you 151. That was my.
Yeah, Grey Goose vodka was one of the ones because I love the bottle.
You can light it on fire.
The bottle was hot. It was that shaded, that shaved glass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was sitting on the floor and we was talking about something. I don't even remember what we were talking about. All I know is I was bust out laughing. I got ching ling 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 glass everywhere. I wouldn't cut it all though. I had to
because you had your bun.
Actually, I didn't. I didn't have any hair back then.
Ooh.
I don't remember. I don't think I did.
And you ain't cut your hair?
Nope. I was just fine. I was like, oh, your glass broke, and it was winter, dead of winter.
Check more of these funny moments out when you tune into BeExposedRadio.com.
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio Loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Once you've exited, remove your cap and gown and proceed into the unknown. Too tired. Family trip. Part-time job. Helping around the house. Today. Starting the holidays early. Just because.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh man, we are back with Weird Radio. The people who are watching on YouTube, they can see a bit more than the people just listening. We were talking about how I had no idea that the show started because my headphones were down. Mm-hmm. And he was just going with it. He's like, oh yeah, no, he's
because I heard clap the whole 9. I'm ready.
Did you say anything?
Nope.
I did. Wait, don't you lie. Don't you tell that damn lie. He was talking, right? And he kept going. And I'm like, you're not going to introduce the show? And he was like, oh, wait, we're on?
Oh, yeah.
Looking at Jabril like, well, yeah.
He said something at the end once.
It wasn't at the end.
Basically.
Go to hell.
I'm just going to fault you both, but more so you than Stella.
Yeah, damn sure ain't my fault.
As I mentioned,
he's the guest who never left.
So. As I've mentioned the YouTube, you can always go and watch all of our shows from Be Exposed Radio. All you have to do is go onto YouTube and search Be Exposed Radio, and you'll get our channel. And then, of course, you can come watch Weird Radio, which is most important. See us acting a fool. We be drinking sometimes. Now, not as much as at a happy hour on Thursday, because they be drinking. Oh, they be drinking. We got to show up one day.
Just kick the door in like I did earlier.
Yep. Just like that. And make sure to bring cups, because they might not have some. But you don't want some cups.
I'll just bring beer in my own personal pocket racket. I don't need no cup. Double fisted.
You know that's how you roll.
So we are talking about summer reading, and I guess we were sort of getting into the tactics and techniques to avoid summer reading.
Yes,
my favorite tactic.
Which it was funnier because it was like 12 times easier just to read the damn books.
It's a lot
all
easier
of the effort that we put into avoiding
my
the
favorite
books.
way to do it. Just don't do it at all.
If you don't pique my interest by the 3rd page, I'm not reading it.
Yeah,
that's just how I am.
It was hard for me to just be forced to read books. Like this is what you have to read.
So you were forced to read books. I was forced to read autobiographies.
Well, yeah, I mean, all of that is books to me.
No.
If I don't like it, if I didn't pick it up myself, It's a book. It's
See,
just literature.
In my mind, there's a difference between forced to read a book versus forced to learn everything there was that happened in someone's life.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't want to retain all that information.
Right.
I don't. Right. I really don't. I don't want to be the what was it? I'm sorry, I was trying to use a TV reference. Chuck. What was he? He was the doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
I mean,
Intersect, that's what it was called. He had all like the government secrets like just shoved in his head from like a computer. Just like watching the screen, it went off and then he just knew everything. I want to be like that with books. I don't want to read.
I mean, for me, I got my interests. I like my sci-fi. I like my monsters. Sometimes I'll get into some realistic stuff, but I really like things that I can't imagine. One year, which really did it for me. It was really the year that I read one of the books, I skimmed the other, and then I asked somebody else questions about the third book. And that's how I passed my test. But it was just a series of sad ass books. I mean, it was Their Eyes Were Watching God, which terrible stuff happens in. To Kill a Mockingbird, which terrible stuff happens. And then I'm forced to, and they're like, oh, look how terrible this thing is. Tell me how you feel about this terrible thing and how.
Write a short story or poem reflecting how you felt regarding the.
And personally,
that's funny.
Personally, when I read books like that, I don't feel anything. It's like reading a newspaper. I'm just taking in, this is what they said. So how do you feel about that? I feel that this is what they said. The books that I choose.
No. Don't tell me what they said. Show me how you felt.
I didn't.
Okay.
That was emptiness.
If I could draw, here's an elaborate drawing of me sitting at a table with a noose around my neck. That's how I felt reading this book.
Speaking of nooses, one book that I hated absolutely because it was about slavery, and that's one thing I just can't stand. It was called Jubilee. I had to read that in 12th grade. I had English for honors. I don't know how the hell I got an honors class. I was an average student.
Student who got lyrical skills. That's how.
Sure. Let's do that.
Because you're nasty. That's how.
But yeah, I kind of just cheated off the chick sitting next to me and I passed. I didn't read the shit. I think I read the cover in the back and maybe the first page. And I'm not reading this, yo. I was like, no.
Like,
someone once tried to force me to read Roots.
It's bad enough we had to watch that as children. I don't want to read it.
It's tough. And it doesn't really get better as you go, as you get older. Like when you get to college, they just you're older now? You can get some more real stuff. All right.
This was how much worse it really was.
This one has a couple of gang rapes, and then she gets shot.
Whoa.
And then she comes back from that. It talks about her triumphant spirit. What? I don't want to go through that.
Right.
And that's because when in order for any book that I read, the reason that I've hated some reading is because I have to invest myself in a book. I have to put myself there because it's how I do with TV video games. I put myself in. That's why I enjoy it so much. I can't. It brings me down. Right. And it takes a long time for me to cycle back up. I gotta go play in the sun. I gotta go run around. I gotta meet some people, and it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never. And I understand it. I understand it. It provides good, solid intellectual material, but Jesus Christ, it's my summer.
Yeah.
And I'm 14.
Well, they want you to read books and not masturbate all damn day.
They did not succeed.
Okay, going back to the topic, if you have a summer vacation, summer reading, death
that you
threat
particularly
story,
remember, because there's one buried deep down in your spirit.
Is. Please give us a call, 410-702-5657, or text us at 443-642-9403. Or you could be like some people who, for some reason, always snap me their comments. I don't know this person said they had to do book reports over the summer of Black historical figures.
Nice. That sounds boring as hell.
You know what? That reminded me. I had to do the same thing. Again, going back to my dad. When I told him what I wanted, mind you, I'm not really an adult at this point, but I'm basically an adult.
Big enough.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah. He was like, what do you want to do? Screw you. Anyways, he was like, so what do you want to do with your life? And I told him, and then like the next day he was like, all right, so you're gonna be here for a little bit. I want you to fill out 10 to 15 job applications a day. Cite where they came from, whether it was like a newspaper or a website, or if you went there. And then on top of that, I want you to take 25 like poets / writers and then 25 actors. Give me a background of their life and how they influenced the. By the end of the day,
I'm so glad
he woke me up at 7 in the morning.
This is a per diem kind of thing. This every day.
Within,
once a day.
I lie to you not. In 2009, by the end of 1 week, I had filled out at least 50 job applications, and I could tell you almost anything about Ernest Hemingway, any Oliver Twist story, any anything by Langston Hughes or W.E.B. Du Bois. I could go down the list of things that they've done.
He wears the mask.
Oh, what
is that? The poem? He wears the mask.
No, we wear the mask.
Somebody wore the damn mask.
No.
It was somebody wearing it.
I could recite Jukebox Love Song and all that.
You go, boy.
What?
We got Master Nate coming in here lurking with his extra large Slurpee. He came in here. Do you remember any the summer reading that you had to go through? Did you enjoy it? Were you that weird kid that I've never met?
It's nothing weird about me. I went to school year round since I was in first grade.
Oh, that sounds.
Are you Chinese?
Awful.
Because they do that.
Yeah, they do.
What? Nate, when we're gonna break, I'm coming around and give you a hug because that made me sad. But
you know what? But if you think about it logically, that explains why Nate is as meticulous as he is. I think so.
I guess that makes sense.
Meticulous, that's a good word.
I mean, I think it would accurately describe you without me slandering your name.
No, I went to charter schools and Catholic schools, so you go to school. Well, I went to school year round, not all Catholic schools.
Wow.
Mandatory summer school.
See, we can hear you, but they can't hear you. But it's okay.
That's enough. So you talking about your dad? It took me back to my uncle because that really grinded my gears. I was pissed that I had to read The Hatchet and write a book report about it. Because what makes me mad to this day, the thing that takes me back to that place when I was 8, was that there are things that I took away from the book that I can't get rid of. Like now, I utterly believe in having a small knife and a lighter on you. Because in the book, the kid learned that if you can start a fire and you got a little hatchet, you can survive if a plane goes down. I don't want to ever be in a position where a plane might be able to almost try to go down. All right. But I always carry a lighter. And
it's not possible for you to carry a small blade of any sort on a plane.
Yeah, I mean,
not unless it's like 1870 and you somehow found a way to mask it inside your boot.
Yeah.
Just step on it.
But I don't get on planes like that. But the last time I asked for a knife, I got a car instead. And that was a whole.
Yeah, I remember that story.
That was a whole other thing.
Well, you asked your grandmother?
No. I specifically did not ask my grandmother because I knew there would be an overreaction. I casually mentioned it to my mom because she asked. Not that I expected her to get it for me. She said, "What did you want?" I said, "I want a knife." Okay.
2 weeks later,
I did.
Car.
This is when I was living over in was that Marble Hall?
Yeah, Marble Hall.
I was living in Marble Hall.
Feared your life for your life?
Oh, when I moved there, when I moved down here to Baltimore, I was in school for 3 days, and then someone got stabbed outside the gate of my court. So I just thought, well, maybe, I won't use it, but
if it comes to the bad Michael Jackson video,
Are you gonna stab them back?
Of course. Oh yeah, no, that's the worst. Hopefully, I switch it out and all right, cool. But now, if we got to get nitty gritty,
been on that level.
Oh yeah, but you see, the thing is, I'm gonna go home. I'm going home.
And see, the one thing that I can say about Kenyon is he has the don't try me face, just.
But you don't take it seriously.
No, but just take your glasses off. Take it, and his hair is just all over the place, and just give him a very intense stare.
That's really.
He reminds me of the evil villain from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So yeah, it's funny, and I don't want to take him seriously, but at the same time, I don't know what's going on in his head.
He looks batshit crazy.
I'm saying, and if he's tank top walking down in the middle of the street with a knife, I did that. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm just going to
ruin your day by trying that.
No, I'm going the opposite direction. Now, I'm not saying I'm scared of him. That's the least thing I'm saying. The only thing is, if I have a choice of whether or not I feel like possibly going to the hospital because I got into an altercation with the clinically insane man, I might just go somewhere else.
I don't like how he's reinforcing that idea. He's really pushing the clinically insane.
What?
I think you should listen to him.
Well, we're about to take us a break in a minute. Give us a call at 410-702. I guess you can snap TC because that seems to be effective.
Yeah, people just snap instead of texting. I don't understand. Text 443-642-9403.
All right.
Don't keep snapping.
Also, I finally got with the times. And I got a Snapchat, so that's happened.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were a follower. I really.
Yeah,
I looked at my phone while I got in the elevator, and it said "added friend," and I was like, "Who the?"
You have Snapchat?
I've had
He's
one.
been Snapchat, and then my wife Snapchat, and she said to me the other day.
There are times that I actually snap the show.
Can you?
All right.
But can you just take her phone for a week? I'm just please.
I might get stabbed.
For her greater good, please.
This is Weird Radio on BigExposedRadio.com, and we'll be right back.
Probably.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle.
Yeah!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning.
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great.
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing.
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to do is turn onto
Marcy
Red
just
Avenue
broke up
and go past the first
apparently
3
she's
lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
Then
think
drive 5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back with Weird Radio. I guess I should probably apologize to the people who were watching on YouTube just that last 20 or 30 seconds.
It's more like a minute 30.
It was a minute 30. Yeah, that's my bad. That's as all t-shirt. It's not extra cold in here, nothing like that.
I mean, it is a little frosty.
It's a little chilly, but it's not that nippy.
You have goosebumps.
I do. It's because I was laughing hard for 10 minutes. God. But we are back. I'm your host, Kenyon Parson. Once again, we've got Stella, we got TC, we got Nani lurking in the background. It's weird.
He did pick a blind spot.
He did.
He's on vampire status. Just let it happen.
Jabril, now that you see this right here, we need one over here. And maybe a roving one right here. That way, look at see.
I mean, it would be nice. That way, whoever's sitting here doesn't have their back to the people for however long.
Right. I mean, I'm sure you have a wonderful right shoulder.
I mean, you see it flexed right there. It's kind of. Let me straighten my back and
look
do that one time.
Do that, ladies.
Yeah,
that for the lady sponsors.
Hey, now
you can get a TC shoulder flex.
Look, back strong. Big brother strong back.
Oh man. Today, we've been talking about books. I don't know.
Check the text line.
It's been on my mind. Oh, that's right. I got this thing.
That you never use.
Yeah, he comes in, sits down.
There's nothing over there. He. In fact, we got Jabril over there on the text reader, my Bob, because that way I don't have to do it. That's what we're gonna call it.
Text reader.
That's what we're gonna call it. The text, because everybody is, I listen to these radio shows. Huh? What? All right.
See, when you do stuff like that, that's when I put you on timeout.
I haven't been put on timeout in a while.
Cut your mic off. I swear, if I get up from this chair, Jabril.
TC, don't get up. Don't get up. All right.
He's saying don't. He's saying no. Stop. Wait.
That's what a black household sounds like.
It really, yeah. So we were talking about. Oh, speaking of going through the summer reading thing at my house.
Don't make me get up.
You couldn't. I couldn't come home and say like everything. I always had to lie when I came home with the summer reading list. Always, because I didn't want to do it all. So I'm like, no, we only had 2 books. Every time, I got caught in it so much. I had to get better over time. But those first couple times you get caught, for real, because I asked Jasmine and y'all in the same class. So how come she got different books than you?
She's going to a different level class than I am. She be paying attention more.
That's a good one.
Look, I think on my feet. Okay. I can say this, and this is either by design or completely accidental. I have never received a summer reading list more than once And if it did happen, it didn't come until the end of the summer. So I always got off. But if it did happen beforehand, I just got kissed.
I got mine first.
Doesn't matter. You have more space to get it. Yeah. So if it did happen, what would happen is, I would do the quarters. We'll roll the dice. Roll the dice. If it was more than 3 books, 1 through 4, I read the one on the left. 4 through 8, I read
my one rule for school. Make it.
My wife here, Big Mama Ama of the Arts Exchange. She's a little lost. We're talking about summer reading, and TC has been explaining some of his techniques on how to avoid reading all of his summer reading, because we all had some. Because I would just skip a book. Stello here would just say fuck it.
Yep.
And he had the most interesting system.
Yes. So if it was 2 books,
ridiculously overcomplicated.
It would have been easier to just read the book. If he had read the book, he would have saved himself a headache.
Here's the thing: I paid attention to my class and how my teacher operated, so I knew that by doing that, I could get off. So what would happen is, if I had 2 books, heads or tails. If it's head, I read the one on the right in the middle, and I read the one on the left from the beginning. Skip the middle and read the end. So by the time it came up in discussion, I could answer the questions that needed to be answered. If it was 3 books, 1 through 4, I read the one on the left. 4 through 8, I read the one in the middle. 8 through 12, it's the one on the right. Yep.
I just read my books. I enjoyed reading. If it was a trash book, I stopped reading.
I said that earlier.
I read maybe the first chapter, maybe threw that down. Read maybe the first chapter. I read as much of the Scarlet Letter as we read in class. But everything else, I did backward.
Well, see,
those 2 books made me.
I said if it was a book that I enjoyed, I'd read it. But if I couldn't get past the 3rd or 4th page, I'm not reading it anymore.
I wasn't reading the end of it either. I don't care. This is a trash book. None of these people matter at all, and I'm done.
See, to eliminate all of that, I just didn't do it. I don't even want to find out if it's bad or not.
No, I'm a book reader. When there's nothing, I'm in an effort to pull myself out of my phone, because I have gotten multiple complaints from multiple people.
Did you now?
A little birdie told us that.
Baby.
I am.
That complaint was just lodged.
Almost
on air.
In an effort to do that, I'm carrying a book with me now. I was just reading. So there was a time when you and I first started courting.
Is that what you want to call it?
I could not even say that with a straight face.
Is that what you want to call it?
So when you and I were first dealing with each other,
that's much better.
That sounds a lot more real.
That's what happened. More acceptable.
I was reading constantly.
Mm-hmm.
You were playing video games, and so I was reading.
It's the best relationship. She's over there leaving me the hell alone. I'm over here having a great time. That is love.
That's why we made it this far.
I see.
If it was different, it would have exploded.
If you would have walked in the door as that was happening, the soundtrack, I want to know what love is. I want you to show me.
Yeah, I'm a book reader. So I've read some terrible books just because I was like, I gotta finish this. I gotta know.
The Wizard Who Lived in a Tree. That's a horrible book.
That's something I could never do, and I'm an avid book reader too. But if I don't care, I can't care. I got to the point where by the time I was graduating from high school, I was working out tricks. There's one book. If I had to read 4 books, I was like, all right, this book I know I can read. This one's only 100 pages. I can bang that out in a day. This one's 250. All right, I'm gonna tough that out. That'll be 3 days. This book, never gonna read. I'm gonna buy that on audiobook. I'm gonna listen to that.
You bought an audiobook?
I
love audiobooks.
I had to buy what's in it? I bought Obama's book audio.
Oh, what?
Worst ever. Oh. Great for speeches. But when Obama speaks, it needs to end. If it goes on too long, I found myself
he read his own book?
Yes, he did.
Oh, that was a bad idea.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
Yes.
This is I found myself fading in and out, and I was just
so this is basically what you were listening to the entire time. As we stand here today, I'm here to tell the American people.
Let's see, but you got it. But see that feels right. Once you change the context in which he's speaking, then I was with my father and we were going down and.
Oh, okay. Nope.
I was just like,
stop. Eject disc. Throws out window.
And then I'm like, no, I gotta read it. I'm biting my lips. I'm clenching. I gotta.
That would have been instantly Duck Hunt. Just pull.
Just the worst. It was the worst, and I think I'm 70% sure I wrote a paper on it.
See, and I've never. Okay, I will admit this. I've never listened to an audiobook, but I've always wondered: does anyone read an audiobook with
the book?
Not with the book, but like with gusto. Like if there's a point where like someone's screaming, is there someone actually screaming?
Yeah, usually
some people get in the character.
Emotion. Yeah, like the one I've listened to the first 3 Harry Potter books unabridged, and the woman who reads them does voices. Like she's way into it. I really enjoy it.
Okay, because I just always wondered if like someone was like, and then there was a loud crash.
And it all depends on the author. If you want all of that, you can request someone who will do that. If you just want them to read it, you can hire somebody who's just gonna read it.
Yeah, right.
And that's how
I'm about to get into the audiobook game.
Anne Rice.
Yeah.
It was just a person reading a damn book. One reason I got that audiobook is because my dad gave me his copy and he wanted me to read it. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. It sat on my nightstand for like 2 years, then it just vanished. And I'm like, oh shit, I lost my dad's book. And he keeps asking me, did I read it? So what am I going to do?
Let me just get it together.
Audiobook.
Yeah, no, I'm about to get into the audiobook game. All the suspense thrillers that are out there, I'm about to start reading those.
I want to read those. I've heard that those books are very good.
Wait.
You know what was really good? The Lost World. Oh my God. That book was amazing. That movie is trash. Okay.
Okay. How many more minutes we got in the segment?
6.
Okay. That's what this part. That we're gonna. The rest of this segment is going to be about books that got turned into movies and failed.
Trash.
Okay. All right.
The Shining.
So before y'all go on,
I actually
hold on.
The book is way better.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Because all right. So look, I was talking to somebody asked me today if I saw the Mockingbird series, and I was like, first I didn't know what they were talking about. I was like, oh, Katniss. I was like, well, I saw the first one, and then I was like, the second one was like trash. I was like, all right. He's like, well, the books are much better. I was like, yeah, the books are always better. And then some
So I see why they chose to make him 12 instead of starting him at 6. But for the Percy Jackson series, there was no reason whatsoever to make him 15, except that they just wanted to cast a Hollywood heartthrob.
And it changed it frankly, when you change something like age, like changing race doesn't necessarily affect the story, but changing age, you change the maturity level of a character. Somebody who's 15 is not going to make a 12-year-old mistake.
Nope.
So you're watching this movie and they're
and then I don't redoing.
They're running through a sequence that happened in the book, but you're like, this kid's 18. This is dumb. Like he should have just been like, I'm bouncing.
Yeah.
All right. We're about to go on another break. We're coming back to our final segment before the Artist Exchange comes on after this at 7:00. This is this is Weird Radio on BigExposedRadio.com.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole W.E.I.R.D flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle.
Yeah!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning.
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great.
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing.
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to do is turn onto Marcy Avenue.
Just broke up
and go past the first
apparently
3
she's
lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
Then
think
drive 5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back with Weird Radio. Yes.
I'm enjoying it.
Books that
I know
have,
you've
yes.
read
Look
at
at, look at Nate.
Why is the door open?
Because Monty's being a creeper.
We're back on air.
Nate's being a double creeper. It is a...
Because he was standing in the doorway while slowly, however.
Yes, with just his lips.
Drinking.
Sometimes you use your mouth to drink with a straw. Using just the lips, he would curl them down.
But it started with the tongue. Like you wanted to say something like, "Hey." That's how it's. You came around, and you're about to do it again. Right. But it was just because you were doing it around the corner, creepily like, "Hey." No. So what's a
conversation?
great book that got turned into a horrible movie? Go.
I want to say, people are going to shoot me for this. The
movie,
Color
period.
Purple.
The Color Purple.
You don't like that movie?
Only because I like the play more than I like the movie.
I can agree with you there.
Okay. Yeah.
Just like people who said For Color Girls was a great movie. Everyone can kick rocks and bricks. It's mainly because I detest that man.
Yeah, I
but
know.
whatever.
But not just him. Not just him. I think that the interpretation was also very weak.
Off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that he chose some good actors. I don't think he cast everyone in the role they should have been.
No.
In.
Didn't he
And
add-
I don't
didn't
think
he
that
add characters?
And I don't think that
There
anybody
was a
made
man
an
in there.
effort to really get them to. I mean, Whoopi and Felicia and Fandy, I think all really understood their characters for real. I don't know about anybody else. I think they were just reciting lines.
The rest of them were. It's hard to really act out poetry, but I think a lot of the characters, like Janet Jackson's character, was kind of evolved to make her a little bit stronger. But
that takes away from what
the
story is original.
But it's not her original. It's an adaptation. It's not. I guess
because she gave him rights to change the story.
That's what adaptation or inspired.
Well, I wasn't impressed with his adaptation. Damn it!
Right.
I think it was weak and did not have a very clear perspective. But that's just me. So, oh my goodness!
But that brings up a very an interesting point. Plays that were made into movies,
like for Raisin in the Sun. Although with Sidney Poitier, the original Raisin in the Sun, that movie I like a lot and like it as much as I've liked the better stage plays I've seen. The better stagings of the play.
Yes.
Sorry, because it's not a stage
It's
play.
not a stage play.
The better stagings of the play I've seen, because everyone does that play at least once in their season, and I'm over Raisin in the Sun.
Now,
But
believe it or not, and there may be like tomatoes thrown at me, but
He's trying to start.
actually like the version with. She said,
you're gonna say Felicia Rashad, aren't you?
No, but
did he?
Boo, Puff Daddy.
Because his acting was very lackluster, and I think it just added to that character. The character was not supposed to be this articulate and larger than life, intelligent, all that, blah blah blah.
So they cast someone who didn't have to act.
So
that's what it sounded
So his
like.
inability was his ability. Is what you're saying.
But I guess so then I guess
That's a hell of a compliment.
You suck so bad it's good. So get back in there.
I personally, as an actor, I believe in a challenge, right? And I think that I have more respect for the director and the actor who take on the challenge than the director and the actor who choose the easy route. I have a great deal of love for Felicia Rashad, and I think she did a genius job. I think that she was sold short by them casting Puff Daddy as her opposite, because that story is about the two of them. And there will be arguments forever on who is the protagonist of the play.
Bumbling fool of a son would be casted.
But that's not what I got from her. You know what I'm saying? From her, in my opinion, her feeling towards,
because she didn't.
It was Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was in my head. I'm looking at her, and I'm seeing the words across her head. This nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and with Puff Daddy instead of being
that's
Mama and Willie.
That's that father. That's that father, mother and son relationship that they had. That's what she's supposed to be. This dumb ass just spent all of our money, and that was believable that Puff Daddy would have took a chance like that on a liquor store.
Perhaps,
like that's. But it just was
okay.
I'm
now that he says it like that, I do feel better about it.
Than I am with somebody who,
right.
You know, and I don't knock Puff Daddy. Good for him for deciding to do it.
I'm not.
You did it,
but I wanted to.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I want it to be noted that because Nate said it like that is the only reason now that I'm
somewhat considering
I will ever be
being
somewhat
okay.
It's because you can see Puff Daddy blowing money.
Yes.
On a liquor store.
Yes.
Taking a chance, being, you know,
young and
He
impetuous.
does have a vodka or something.
Bad boy.
Take that.
And he filled a lot of seats. So
And
Yeah,
what-
that,
Oh.
yes.
Oh, before we continue, I'm sorry, we've been throwing around a lot of jargon. Puff Daddy, he is now Diddy? P. Diddy? I'm not sure. He used to be called Puff Daddy. I gotta say it because people, we've reached an age now where there are
somebody doesn't know
people
who Puff
who
Daddy
don't
is.
know. If you say, yeah, Puff Daddy.
Sean Puff Daddy Combs.
Say what?
P.
Who's
Diddy.
that?
At one point known as Diddy, who then returned back to P. Diddy.
Who will answer to anything?
Who has the clothing line?
You got that many names.
Right.
You better answer
Who
to the one
has
that I call you.
who also has the
I'm
clothing
paying you,
line
you go be whoever I want.
and furniture said Sean John.
Well, you know,
And he owns Sean Combs Wines and Spirits as well.
Yes.
That's what I said. I said he owns some.
The promoter
goddamn
for
liquor.
Ciroc.
Well, he that clothing line really took off. I think that put him more on the map than the rap music did. The rap music put Biggie on the map. The fashion line put him on the map.
Well, he was
Nah,
never really a rapper.
Biggie put Diddy on. Like that was his golden ticket right there. Once Biggie signed to Bad Boy was it.
Yes, it was. I remember Bad Boy.
All right.
Light.
So
I thought I told you that. We won't stop.
it's Friday. We got about there is not because there will be beer, correct? Next Friday?
Yes.
We're doing a beer day. We're doing a beer day.
It's every other Friday.
That's
I'm on
right.
every other.
I mean, these people look, you see how they in here trying to get liquored up.
It's Friday. When the drinks? Oh, it's not. Oh, okay.
Right. Don't they get the happy shot?
Monty, is that why you here?
Look at him quick. Oh, nothing. All right.
Just
I'm just
ignoring
pretend
me.
like I'm working right now. So that's why I came in here. I came in here to work. I did not definitely come in here for no wine or nothing, unless I got some. But yeah, we got the Arts Exchange coming up next. What you guys talking about? Who you got coming in?
Today, honestly, is a free day.
Ooh.
Yay.
Only because I wasn't supposed to be here today.
Oh.
But plans were changed
Oh.
because Kyle has graduated with a master's
Yay,
from Drexel University.
Oh man.
In business administration and art.
Okay.
Art of business and administration. A master's degree from Drexel University. And I'm quite sure he's going to be liquored up.
Oh yes.
Yes.
He better be.
Oh,
His
there's got to
mom
be
is
a party
flying up
coming
and
up.
everything. Yeah. So
Yes.
he graduates his
Kyle.
the department graduation is today, and the school graduation is tomorrow.
Yeah.
So shout out Kyle Jackson.
What? That's cool.
Congrats,
Why is his
Miss
jaw hanging,
Jackson.
Brill? You gotta stop that. You
His jaw?
distracted me. Yeah,
Catch
he was
flies.
just and I'm like, is he trying to see over the thing?
Is that a midget joke?
I didn't say it. You did. That wasn't me.
So-
This is Weird Radio.
Right.
I'm getting up out of here. We got the Artist Exchange right now. Peace.
Hello,
So
guys.
welcome to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BigExposedRadio.com. Monty's just doing some interior decorating, so don't mind him. You may see him in